All right, for this particular property today, we are in the community of Shawnessy. And let's, before we tell you a little bit about this house, let's just talk about the community of Shawnessy. I used to live in Shawnessy, so I know it well. I bought my first home in Shawnessy way back in the 90s. This community is an older community. They started building in this area in the very late 70s, early 80s. So a lot of the homes were built from about 1980 to about 1990, but there are some that were built also in the 90s. But this community does offer a lot in terms of schools, amenities, and it's walkable. And this home, I love the fact that we're on a cul-de-sac. There is no flow through traffic here. We have a park across the street if you've got children. And most of the homes in this area would be considered, you know, starter homes. We're in the price range where you can afford to get into your first home. So Shawnessy would be considered a very family-driven community. There are a lot of children here, a lot of families, which is great. So if you've got kids or you plan on having kids, you know, you're gonna be able to meet people that also have kids. And I think you'll really like this community. Great place to start out. So let's go inside and have a look at this home. We have a bi-level here. And I'll just give you a little couple of pointers about this bi-level. There's a trade-off. Got a gorgeous backyard with the bi-level. You've got the ability to have a basement with large windows, which is really usable, as opposed to the two-story. If you have like a small two-story, like some of these homes that are in this area are like 1,100 square foot two-story, but the basement is tiny, the main floor is tiny. The bi-level has a little bit more space on the main level, but you get to use that downstairs. That's what you're gonna like about this home. Let's go inside and have a look. All right, as we come into this home, you'll notice what makes this a bi-level is you walk in and immediately we're gonna be going upstairs. So just a little bit of a walk upstairs, and that's what actually creates the basement downstairs to have larger windows. That's the real bonus of a bi-level. And you'll notice right away as we come in here, they've made a lot of nice changes in here. The tile work is nice, going into the bamboo type flooring and brand new flooring in the kitchen. Let's go have a look. All right, so as I come in here, you'll notice that I'm standing in the living room, and you can see right here they have a large sectional couch. This is a good sized living room. I mean, this is definitely an area where you can hang out and relax. We've got a big main window. The windows are in great condition. They have their TV here. So it's an open concept. This opens right into the kitchen. I love the fact we have knockdown ceilings as well. They got rid of the old stipple, which is what I think is great because a lot of these older houses, they did use stipple back in the day. So they just put a new coat of paint on here. You know, it's a nice soft green. If you don't like that color, well, obviously that's easy to change. But you'll notice that it just feels very open and airy in this floor plan, which I think is a bonus. All right. We're in the kitchen, and let me just mention a few things about this kitchen. Obviously, it's been upgraded. This is not the original kitchen. You have the raised countertop. You could put bar stools right here if you want to. So if you're having guests over, they can sit right there while you're cooking here. We got the butcher block top countertop, which is kind of cool, I think. It actually really looks good in here. They chose to put in the black cabinets, stainless steel appliances. We got an updated backsplash. These cabinets, these ones are see-through, but they're dark. This is the one thing I do like though. We have a window right here, so there's nice natural light coming in while you're using the sink. But the whole time I'm standing here, I can still look out over the living room. Now, if I make my way over here to the eating area, you'll notice it's actually a pretty good sized eating area. And there's another window. Who doesn't want to have more natural light coming in? But you can see the table that they have here. You could easily sit 6 to 8 people here for Thanksgiving dinner. And again, I want to emphasize this. This is an open concept. The whole main floor feels spacious because of that. Even though this isn't a really big house, but it feels bigger, certainly feels bigger when you're inside compared to what it looks like from the outside. All right, we're in the main bathroom upstairs. This would be your typical main bathroom for when this home was built. Sink, toilet, shower, and tub. So it's a 4-piece bathroom. It's not huge, but it certainly gives you
How would you like it if we just gave you a cash offer today on your home, and you don't even have to worry about getting your house ready? It's in the condition that it's in right now. You don't have to worry about showings. You don't have to worry about open houses. And you can pick whatever possession day you want within the next 60 days. All cash, simple, easy, no hassle. Program is great. We come over to your home. We will sit with you and show you exactly what a realistic sale price is for your home, and we will base the cash offer on that price. All right, we're standing in the primary bedroom. Now I'll tell you, when this home was built, believe it or not, this would have been 2 bedrooms at the time. They converted it into 1, which I think is the right move because we got 2 more bedrooms downstairs. But here now you've got a spacious primary bedroom, 2 closets. There's room here. You have a sitting area. If you wanted to have a little bit of your own space, maybe away from the kids, if you have kids, you want to be able to close your door and have a little bit of your own private time in here, well, there's enough room. 2 windows, and of course it looks out onto the backyard, and we're going to get to the backyard in a minute because it's a beautiful backyard. Okay, we're going to make our way down to the lower level, but I wanted to show you this because this is a really important feature. There is a side entrance to this house, and that's why this is so important. Is if you want to access your backyard, you want to access it from the kitchen. So if I'm going to be barbecuing, I can come out here and I could put a big deck here if I wanted, because I've got a big backyard, and that's one of the bonuses of living in Shawnessy. You're going to get a big yard. You wouldn't have a yard this size if you buy in a newer area. And you could have a nice big deck right here to barbecue, and you still have this massive backyard. That's why you have to have this side entrance, and most of the newer homes don't have that. All right, now we're down on the lower level. First thing you'll notice, again, the painting was just done. We've got laminate flooring down here. It's wide plank, looks pretty good. I like the kind of the cool lighting they have. Flat ceiling, which I think is also a nice feature. So the first stop is right here. And you'll notice as we come into this room, it's a, I guess you could call this a den, but they have it as a computer room. There is a window. Even though this is small, you could put a small bed here. If you had guests staying, maybe a young child could actually stay here. You've got the egress window because it's a bi-level. So if there was ever a safety concern, you could get out. But more importantly, a lot of people are working from home. Close off the door, you'll be able to work here all day in privacy and still have natural light coming in. Okay, so this room, obviously they're using it as a bedroom. So you could use it as a bedroom too if you want to. Laminate flooring. Again, notice the big windows. Like I said, that's the benefit of the bi-level. But this, when it was built, the intention of this room was your family room downstairs. So this still could be your family room if you want to. But they're using it as a bedroom, so it's just great to have those options. They put a door on it, so that's why could be your TV room. Still nice to have the door to maybe create that noise separation. But I can't emphasize this enough. Love these big windows, lots of natural light coming in, and it's safe to get out if there's an emergency. So they just put this bathroom in not too long ago. Stand-up shower, sink, toilet. They left it as the knockdown ceiling, which I think is actually a bonus because you can access plumbing if you ever need to, but it looks good in here. Perfect to be able to have a bathroom downstairs for the kids or guests that are staying down here. All right, now we're in the utility room / laundry room. Upgraded washer and dryer. The furnace has been upgraded. The hot water tank has been upgraded. So you're gonna have no issues with the utilities. We don't have any poly B here, so you don't have to worry about that. And we've got lots of storage as well, which is important. They've even got like a stand-up freezer in here, so plenty of extra room because you're going to need it. All right, the last stop on the basement tour is this bedroom. So here you could, they do only have a single bed in here, but I can tell you a queen bed would fit in here if you needed to have a bigger size bed down here. Closet. And once again, the large window. All right, let's just summarize everything that this home offers. Number one, we're in an older community with all the amenities that you need. All the shopping is nearby, access to Stony Trail, lots of kids in the neighborhood, lots of schools. So location, you can't beat it. The price point, It's right in that price point that most people can afford. The home itself, it's in great condition. The siding is new, the roof is newer. You really can just move in and do nothing. It's a bi-level. So you've got the ability to have 3 bedrooms. You've got the flexibility of a side entrance that goes downstairs, big windows downstairs, newer kitchen, new paint, newer flooring. So everything is really just move-in ready. Big backyard, the ability to have a garage back here if you want, and of course putting a deck on the side. All of this, for the price range that we're in, you do not see very often. So if you'd like to be able to see this home, go ahead and call the agent that you normally work with, if you do have an agent that you have. If you don't have an agent, just reach out to me and I'll be happy to arrange a private viewing whenever it's convenient for you. So all you have to do is go onto our website. You can put the details in, put your address in, tell us a little bit about your home, and you can book a time and a day that you'd like us to stop over, and we'll go ahead and book that into our calendar. We'll come over, and by the way, I want to make this very clear, there's no cost or obligation for us to come by. If you look at the program and it doesn't work for you, not a problem. At least you're even going to know what a realistic value of your house is, because we're going to show you some of the recent solds and we're going to give you our explanation of those recent solds in relation to your home. So you won't come out empty-handed even if the program isn't right for you. So just have us over, go ahead and book it on our website, and we'll look forward to meeting you in person.